Yes. One nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. Item 1.2, I call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock p.m. Item 1.3, roll call vote.
Mr. Mears,
Present.
Mr. Richard Bell, Ms. Barfoed,
Here.
Mr. David Bradley, Mr. Joy Melcher, Mr. Jeremy Clark,
Present.
Ms. Heather Knapp, here, Ms. Carrie Sittler, here, Ms. April Walker.
Seven present. Two abstentions. All right, item 1.4. Purpose of the special meeting as per the advertisement in the Times News on Tuesday, the Titan Area School District will hold a special board meeting on Wednesday, November 19th to accept the resignation of a board member and if necessary, appoint new members to the board. This meeting will take place in the administrative building boardroom. Item 1.5, do we have any public comment on the proposed approval of the agenda? Okay. Item 1.6, do I hear a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved. Second.
Any comments or questions on the agenda? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Abstentions? The ayes have it. Moving on to item 1.7, traditional public comment. A few here. Nathan Ford.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Most of you know me for your term here on the board. If my memory serves me correctly, 3 times I was on your side of the table choosing somebody to fill an empty seat. Memory serves me correctly, each of those times we evaluated candidates, we heard what they had to bring. We decided what we felt they could offer to the board, tried to make the best decision. It was disappointing last week to feel like that entire process had been sidestepped for a pre-selected candidate, and I just ask you tonight to handle that process differently.
Thank you. W. Longstitch.
Good evening. I just want to get into the minutes tonight that April Walker would now be the 3rd resignation under Joy Beers as president of this board. I was the first, Zach Hunter was the second, and now April. And I find it more than disgusting that she walked out of this room the other night and said she resigned. And you did a recess and chased her. You couldn't bring her back in, and Dwayne went out and convinced her to come back here and vote for Dave Bradley to take a seat on the board. Dave Bradley did not run for an election. Dave Bradley, who has rigid principles, wanted to serve 1 term and 1 term only. You're sitting in a term. Dave Bradley, along with Joy Beers, served on the board during the hazing. According to Dave's description of the hazing, there was a sexual assault with broomsticks. Welcome back, Dave. I feel real comfortable putting my kids on the school bus. Dave Bradley and Joy Beers also served on our board when we had a fractured skull. Again, makes me feel real comfortable sending my kids to school here. And then we just talked about horrific scores. Well, guess where them children were when you two sat on the board before? Shame on both of you. And if there's going to be another resignation tonight, because it was put in as plural, I would really hope you start considering doing that for the sake of my child. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
I have a question. Wayne's not going to be here.
That's my understanding.
Okay, he's not going to be on the phone. He's not.
No, he did his damage last week. He's not interested.
He's working, is my understanding. All right. Part two, action items, item 2.1. Do I hear a motion to accept the resignation of board member April Walker effective as of the close of business day on Tuesday, November 18th?
So moved with regret. Second.
All right, I believe Jason, I think you have a statement that I have not seen, and Jason has, that she wants read into the record.
Yeah, April sent me an email asking to read this at tonight's meeting.
Can we get that put in the agenda at some point? Or in the minutes?
We can,
Okay.
we can. Dearly Hyde Area School District community, I am writing with a heavy heart to share that I will be stepping down from the Board of Education effective November 18th, 2025. This was an extremely difficult decision, one I reached only after much prayer, review, reflection, and many conversations with those folks. Serving on this board has been one of the great honors of my life. I began, I've been inspired by the kindness, strength, and dedication of people who make up this community, our students, families, educators, support staff, administrators, and my fellow members. Working alongside you has been a privilege I will always cherish. Although my personal responsibilities, particularly those related to my health, now require me to step away, my belief in this district and its mission has never been stronger. I have witnessed firsthand the heart and hard work that goes into creating a nurturing and meaningful environment for every child. Our students are in the hands of people who truly care about them, and that gives me tremendous comfort and pride. To the families and community members who show up, speak up, volunteer, and advocate, thank you. Your partnership is the foundation of everything that makes our schools special. To our staff and administration, your dedication changes lives every single day, often in ways that go unseen. Please know how grateful I am for all you do. I want to especially extend deep gratitude to Jason Moser, who's leading this district with excellence, kindness, and compassion. I would also like to address a question I was often asked, why I did not speak more during public meetings. The simple truth is that I feared my words would be twisted, taken out of context, misquoted, or selectively published. A recent example occurred during our summer meeting on the history books. I stated clearly that the phrase separation of church and state does not appear in the Constitution, but rather comes from a letter written by Thomas Jefferson to the Danbury Baptists, assuring them that the government would neither interfere with religious freedom nor establish a state religion. It was not a long statement. At the time, it published only the first part, omitting the important context about Jefferson's letter. I urge all media outlets to do better, quote people accurately and completely, or choose not to quote them at all. As we have seen in recent tragic and violent events, partial information, misquoting, or context stripping can lead to disastrous consequences. Though I am leaving my formal role, I remain part of this community. I will continue cheering for our students, supporting our schools, and believing wholeheartedly in the future we are building together. God bless you all with sincere gratitude and warmest wishes of the rest.
I don't think there's anything to debate on this item. All those in favor? Opposed?
No.
Abstentions? Five. So we have five. Yes, correct?
Like,
Okay. Just making sure. I'd like to make a motion to formally declare the board vacancy resulting from the resignation of April Walker.
So moved.
Really any debate on this item? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
5-2, it passes. Did talk to April a day or so ago, and she was really worried that her resignation would not be accepted. That worried her.
Well, how did we not accept the resignation?
I don't know. And I told her, I said, you know,
I'm
you're
surprised you got here. I'm just surprised at that.
she's not angry with me, you know.
Well, that was trigger. After hearing what was said.
Item 2.3, I'm going to read the names of the candidates who submitted a letter of interest. I believe this is in the order received. Brooke, Kennedy, Nicole, Collier, Kirk, Henry, Lou McCarty, Walter Slonzovich, Nathan Fuller, Denise Hartley, and Sarah Weimer.
Now, I'd like to say something here. It wasn't done last time, and I had every intention of filling out a form and sitting up there and reading everyone's submission. Because I think that would respect the candidates. However, after receiving emails from Mr. Bradley tonight, I decided against it because it would be a waste of time. They weren't nasty emails or anything like that, but it was asking candidates questions. And when Dwayne was appointed, you sat there and said, I want him appointed, and that's what happened. We didn't ask questions of candidates last week. If we had, and that was criteria, Dave wouldn't be sitting here because he wasn't at the meeting. So I just decided it would be a waste of my time and a waste of my breath. I find it very interesting. I think that they would have deserved that. I would have preferred back in November, I think, when we seated Dwayne. Maybe it was December. And this past time to do it the way we always have. Interview people. Have them tell us something about themselves, why they want to be on the board. That would have been the proper way to do it, in my opinion. I was not part and parcel, was not asked how we wanted to do this one. I don't know how, the one last week, I don't know how that was decided. I just got an agenda. So I would ask, was the board?
No, I created an agenda and no one asked to add anything to it or amend it.
But you didn't ask, even though the board decides, but that's fine. So anyway, I just wanted to let the people who applied know I had every intention of reading what you submitted and respect for you. My understanding from what I heard from one person, there were 3 of us that thanked them for their interest. Nobody else bothered on the board. Now, I don't know, because I don't know if people received one privately just to them. But Terry, Heather, and myself made sure we did a reply also everyone knew
Thank you.
that we appreciated it.
That's correct.
And we do, because it ain't easy sitting up here.
I received 3.
Well, I know you received at least 3, because I saw the 3 people that sent them, and I being one of them, so.
Only 3.
Okay. So I would say to the other members on the board, shame on you. But that's it, I'm done.
Thank you, Laura. 24, I made a motion to appoint Denise Hartley to fill the unexpired term as principal law firm, effective immediately until the board reorganization meeting in December 2025.
I second that motion.
That was a stellar conversation.
No. No, people who want to work together and work things out.
Wow. And you set the example as the president.
The chair recognizes that a quorum is not present. However, we may have conversations with the community.
What conversations did you have? David called today and we actually had a decent conversation. I will give him that. But what conversation did you have with anyone else? I didn't even get an email from you.
This,
Yes,
what you,
Nicole.
I talked to a whole bunch of people, but I never met you, so I didn't have your. I didn't-
Sure, no, understandable.
I respect it.
We had a good conversation on the phone, I will say that. But none of you even replied to an email.
So after a meeting, where you didn't have a motion come out the way that you had wished. I came out in the parking lot, remember, PTO did not get
Absolutely. I
there.
remember the-
And I came out in the parking lot and I talked to you and Hanukkah Pride.
Mhm.
And I wanted to find a cure to them, right? I said, let's find a barter. I said, I know why the board members voted against
Since
it.
you're bringing up that cure, I didn't for your sake. Your cure was to bring in priests to the
Yeah,
school, to have them prevent hexes on the school.
correct,
You want to put that on record?
absolutely.
Okay, let's go that route.
That is the primary reason why the people who voted no, voted no.
So you said you voted no because your friend got upset with you.
So last
So you
year,
voted no because your friend told you to,
no,
as the board president.
so last year I voted to approve the event and afterwards April was really angry. And
Sure.
she had told me that witchcraft was being performed at that event.
Okay,
And I did research, I talked to people, and I had people who had attended the event, and they told me that witchcraft was being performed at the witches market.
sure.
And so that's why this year I voted no for it.
But if I'm a self-proclaimed witch, I can go to school at any time. My daughter was there. I can hex the school at any time. Do I need an event by height to
My,
let me hex the school?
my point is I was trying to work with you in the parking lot. And then when you came to speak at the last meeting, you didn't talk about how I was trying to reach out, I was trying to find a cure to the problem. So
But your core cure to the problem was religious based and based upon your friends, your friend's battle with you. As the board president, I don't need to hear that you voted based upon your friend's ethics. That's absolutely opposite of what we need.
So the fact that I was trying to find a solution.
But you voted no against it, so your solution didn't matter. Even Jeremy said, Joy, why'd you vote no if you believe in this? If you wanted to raise money for the school, Jeremy stood there. He said the same thing. Why did you vote no? If you believed that the middle school could benefit from thousands of dollars to park cars.
So 2 weeks before Charlie Kirk was shot,
I don't care about Charlie Kirk.
it came
I'm not
out,
sure how that's relevant.
I'm gonna explain.
Okay.
Journalists who worked for Jezebel had paid several witches to put a hex on him.
I could pay them tomorrow on First Street to come put a hex on the school. It is irrelevant what a statewide event in our town, which our town so needs. To come to our.
Just to clarify, it was not a legal borough event.
Sure, agree. But again, regardless,
So you're not interested in working together with people whose opinion is different?
I am interested, hence my,
You don't want to find a compromise?
I absolutely do.
Okay.
Hence my interest in the board seat that is overlooked.
There was not overload.
I read everybody's, just because I didn't reply doesn't mean that I didn't read it.
So the lack of discussion here and the premeditation of we're voting in so-and-so
You
is,
have to make a motion to be able to have a discussion.
make the motion, someone passes it, where's the discussion?
Well, it was
The
open up
motion
to
gets
public.
passed. then it
I
gets
had a
discussed.
discussion with David today, and again, I don't align with him usually, but we had a decent conversation today.
Well, I don't feel comfortable talking to you outside the public arena because you're.
What did I change? Which words did I change?
I'm not going to debate that with you.
Because I didn't change any words.
It's not true.
I didn't change any words. Jason was there, Carrie was there, and so was Janine. You came in and reiterated everything you said to us in the parking lot. So don't say I changed words. Just because you're embarrassed, I brought it to light is very different.
I'm not embarrassed at all.
You looked embarrassed when you called a private meeting to discuss your friendship with April.
I felt bad that I reached out to you to try to barter an agreement and you had zero.
Barter a religious agreement where I bring priests to the school. Sure, yeah.
All right, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You don't have a forum to adjourn.
You're all, you have a manager, we can.
I don't know.